So let's start our collaboration experiment. We'll talk about importing and editing files. So the information that you need generally to collaborate is the tempo in BPM, beats per minute, and the sample rate as to what your collaborator would like. I generally would like 48K. That was back up in the settings here for device here. So sample rate 48,000. CD quality is 41,500. But I like to work 48,000. There are people who go higher and higher. That just taxes your computer more. And if you're fancy and you could do that, then great. But this is what my computer likes at this point. So this piece that we're going to do is called Tuesday Morning, and it's at 114 BPM. So down here in the BPM, it's 120. Just trust me, you want to set this before. Just trust me. If you don't, it's a very good chance that Reaper is going to speed up or slow down the thing that you're importing, and it'll take you a while to figure it out. It'll be a giant pain in the butt. So just set the tempo ahead of time. So we've set the tempo 114. Now you can go up to Item or Insert, Media File. There's the key command, which is Shift Command I, but you can just click there, or you can drag and drop if you want. You can just, if you know where it is. So let me see if I can find this. Here it is, Tuesday Morning. It's an MP3. It doesn't matter. So it's going to import it into a new track or a track that I have. Great. Put it in guide track. Super. So I will hit W to go to the beginning. W. I've got the metronome on just to see if it's close. So it's not quite lined up, but it is the right tempo. So let's turn off this snap enabled here. So we'll turn off the magnet, but we'll keep those bar lines. Let's zoom in by pushing the equals thing. We'll zoom in here, and let's just move it to measure 4 and line it up there. Let's see how that works. So that seems like it lines up pretty well. If you don't need the click track, you can just leave it at the front. It doesn't matter. But if you're planning on working with a click track, you can line it up. Let's not line it up for our purposes, because say I sent you this track, I would want it to start at the beginning. You don't need the click. It's just going to
go like that. So we've imported our track.
We've lined it up with the grid. So the actual piece starts at 4. So I'm gonna show you how to use markers. Markers are really easy just to keep track of things. So if you hit M, a marker appears wherever your cursor is. So if I put the cursor here and I hit M, boom, there's a marker, and you can drag the marker wherever you want. Come on, marker, move. If you have the snapped grid on, it will snap to a place on the grid, which is nice. So let's get remove marker. Okay. So I'm going to put a marker at the beginning of where I want this thing. So I'm going to talk about loops now. There's two ways to, one way is just to cut and copy it, but I'm going to show you how to make an actual loop. So here we go. So I'm going to hit M when I have the beginning of the section, and then hit M again at the end just to put these markers up. So let me hear what's going on. There's marker 1, 4th bar. There's another marker, so it's a 2-bar loop. Okay, so the next command we worry about is splitting. So you can select here, put the marker where the cursor where you want to split. So there, and then make sure the track is selected. Moving around. Go to item, split item at cursor, so you can see there's S. There's also split items at time selection, so you could select the whole time selection and then do that, but let's just keep it simple. We'll only be using S. So line it up nice, hit S. There's our one cursor, then we'll move over here, hit S, and let's just throw this away for now. So what do we got? Great. So now if I just put my cursor here, I can drag this out. Nothing happened to it. It's still going to be this whole file that I just moved. That's still going to be there. If I want to loop this, make it a loop, I have to glue it into a new item. So again, I can go to the track, is it track or item, glue items here. I've made my own key command for it. I use Control-G, but there isn't one ready-made. But as I showed you before, easy to make them. But you can just click here, glue items, and this should be a new item. So no matter how far we pull this out, it should just be the same thing over and over again. Yes, and you can see by the little ridges here, each one that we do. So let's say that you wanted to make 4 bars of this, or 4 patterns, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now you got patterns. Now you can hear how crappy I cut that. So let's see if we can fix that. Undo, undo, undo. I'm just hitting undos all over. So let's see if we can do a better job. Let's zoom in. Make sure that we're right on this marker. Did I already? Okay, so that split is still there. Let's keep undoing. There we go. Okay. So here's my cursor. I split it there. Where's my next cursor? Is this right on the beat? No. Let's zoom in. Get it right there. Hit S to split. Move this aside. Let's see if we did that better. Okay. Select. You can right click or whatever you do on and there's your glue. Let's glue the items. Zap. And if we pull it out, how's our edit point? Let's just check. Much better. So now, back out again. Let's pick that out of the way. Yeah, so now we can pull it 1, 2, 3, 4. So now we got 4 times through that pattern. So now we can go and find the other pattern. Let's join this back together. Get rid of these markers that I made before. Just right clicking and selecting remove marker. So where's that other section? So let's see. 41. So 41, I'm going to hit S. And say 45. Hit S. I'm actually going to get rid of the rest of it. Do the same trick here. Glue. glue items, and now I can just loop that. So I can double click this and give it a name. So it's called Tuesday morning, blah, blah, blah. I'm going to call this Tuesday B. I'm going to call this Tuesday A. And now I can just make my own form with A's and B's and play around with it. So there's making loops. Now let's say, whoops. Is that the same? Let's get rid of that. So here are my two sections. That's great. Let's say that you're writing now and you just want to hear this loop played over and over again. Make a time selection up top. So let's select that first part. You've got the snap on. Now you hit this button here. Toggle repeat, which is the default control is R. So if I hit R, that lights up green, but you can just hit it if you want. And then the playback is looped so that you can do what you need to do, work on your lyrics, work on your melody, and that'll just loop as long as you want it to. And then when you're done, you just hit stop, hit escape, and you're out of there. You can make a loop up here and move the cursor over there. Now you can work on this part. That loop is a little long. There we go. 4 bars of magic. Now I can work on my chorus. Alright, so there's making loops and then using them in playback, which they call toggle repeat here. Okay, so now we're going to do recording and comping takes. So where shall we go? Here's vocal 1, right? It's set to input. So you would record, enable it. And remember, to be able to hear it, you have to click this in button, record monitoring. So you just click it, it turns green, and you can tell my voice just got a little bit louder. So then you would hit this record button or your key command, whether it's Command R, or in my case, number 3. You can also just hit this button here, and then you would record something. Reaper's default setting for recording is to just keep recording. So you record a take, and then it's going to put it in another lane in the same track. So let's I will demonstrate using my incredible vocal stylings. Here I will record three takes, and then I'll show you how you can comp them. So this will be an homage to a great vocalist that I used to work with. Here we go. I'll say save, and I'll do it again. No, 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 no. It's another one, and we'll do one more just for fun. Yes, 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 yes. Oh yes, 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 yes. Did I say yes? Oh yes. All right. So now you can see that we have 3 takes here, right? You can choose whichever take you want to listen to just by clicking on it. There are different colors, which is nice. So this one is the first one. My. This is the second one. No. This is the third one. Yes. Fantastic takes. Fantastic. So let's comp. Ooh, isn't that exciting? Let's make it a little bit bigger. You can drag on this if you want to make it bigger. So we've got our snapped grid. So let's just see. Let's say that I want. Well, we're on the first take. So let's say from here, split it. Do another 4 here. Split it. Another bar here. So I'm just splitting bars, but you could split beats. You could half bar. You can really zoom in and split other things. But so let's just, for the heck of it, we'll say, so first take for that, second take for this, third take for that. Notice all I'm doing is just clicking them. So this is going to play this, then this, then this. It's going to go back to the first, and we're going to jump to the third, go up to the second, back to the first, third, first, second, third. So let's see what that sounds like. No. Yes. Oh yeah. Yes. No. Yes. No. Oh yes. I think that's genius. I am a genius. Good God. I want this to start a little sooner. Oh, that's making a big crossfade. Let's see if I take off the magnet. Like, can I just move it a little bit? Oh, we'll see. This doesn't have a whole lot happening, so let's stretch this one out. Can I just, let's see, let's split that one there. Split. I'll select that. Okay, let's try it again, see if I like how that works. No. Here. Okay. No. Yes. Oh yeah. Yes. No. Yes. No. Oh yes. So I'm putting, as I stretch this a little bit, I hope that you can see that it's making little crossfades here. So it's making it a little less abrupt with the jumping back and forth. We'll see how what that sounds like. Turn this off so I'm not stretching for beats. I could just stretch it a little bit, make it just a little bit smoother, just to show you that you can make these a little bit smoother. It doesn't have to be all jumpy. If you were actually comping a take that was at all musical and viable, this probably wouldn't need to happen, but just to show you what it's like. Okay. So, last time, we'll hear what this masterwork is like. No. Yes. Oh yeah. Yes. No. Yes. No. Oh yes. So, genius, right? So now you have your comped take. You're sure that this is the way you want it to go down. And let's assume that it's a long song. Maybe you recorded something over here. I'm recording over here. I'm recording over here. It doesn't really matter what I'm saying, but I'm recording it right here. Great. Sure. Save it. So you can't send me this. I'm not going to know what's going on. This is a whole bunch of different files. I don't know where they line up. So first of all, with this, select the whole mess. If I select this whole thing, double click here, and then right click or control click. So what am I looking for? So this has been a whole nightmare to try and figure out. So here's my take that I've comped. It's actually not the same take because I lost that, but it doesn't matter. Pretend it's the same. I should be able to double click this, which selects this whole track, go to item, comps. These should not be grayed out. I should be able to crop the list to active comp. It should just be an option. It's not. So I'm going to save it as a new comp. Comp 1. Okay, comp 1. Now that I've done that, I go back to the comp menu and I have these other things. Nice. So I should just be able to say comp list to active comp. Or move it to the top lane. Well, let's just crop the list, see what happens. Nothing happens. That should not be the case. This should just be one lane. Why it's not working, I don't understand. It's driving me a little bit nuts. Can I move the active comp to this? So, okay, so there's the active comp on the top lane. So at least it's on the top lane. It doesn't matter, it won't play. I mean, this will play. What's supposed to play will play. But it's really annoying. The other thing that's not working is I should be able to glue this whole thing as a new item. So glue, like we did with the loops, should make this one unbroken item. This and this should just be one thing, and I don't see anything else. So just for fun, let's see what happens if I try and glue this item. Glue items. Is it one item? No. Still got this thing. Is it because I had this silly time selection? Let's get rid of the time selection. Oh, no, it is one thing. Super awesome. Super awesome. So, that's how it's supposed to work. One item. Phew. Now this I can export, which we'll talk about in the render options. So we're talking about rendering here, how we bounce our finished product or our stem parts, whatever you're making for somebody. Now my computer is not behaving properly. These are supposed to be glued. They're supposed to be one file, but you can see there's a part here, there's a part here, and even when I glue it, it's still a part here and a part here, which means there's two files here. That's not cool. So I'm going to ignore this because it's annoying. I'm going to get rid of this part because it doesn't matter what it sounds like. And I'm just going to pull this all the way here so that it's one file. Even though it's got a little divil in it because I guess it's looping itself. I just want one file here for the sake of this demonstration. So now, do the same for this one. This is super cool in Reaper. I don't know any DAW that works this beautifully. Get rid of that. So we've got 4 vocals theoretically, right? 4 beautiful vocals. And we're going to send them to someone to work on. Here's the skinny on how you do it. Go to File, Render. So there's a bunch of options here. There's Master Mix, which means it's going to send your whole mix. Time Selection, Entire Project, Project Regions. Let's say that I wanted to send you what my vocals sound like with your track. I would choose Master Mix, I would have to select everything up here, and then I would send it to you in the way that I'm going to show you. What we've got here, we've got these 4 vocals that are allegedly beautiful and 1 file each. This, I think, is super cool. So, it's going to be selected media items. So let me close this and make sure that I select the media items that I want. You can just double click all the files, and I'm holding shift down to make sure that each one is selected. So all 4 of these are selected, the whole thing. Now I'm going to go back to my file to render, and I'm going to choose selected media items. Now file name, if I just leave vocal 3, they're all going to be called vocal 3. This wildcard thing, super cool. Click wildcard and just put item. You could put track if you want. Actually, let's do track, because I think all of these items have the same name because I just copied them. So let's do track. Track. Okay. Render to, it's going to render there. It says 8 files. I wonder why it says 8, because we should have 4. Well, it should say 4 files. And then you can say, okay, I want it at 48K. I want them all mono, because there's just a vocal track, so I want the mono. If you're doing stereo, you can select that. And all I do is click render 8 files, which I don't want. Hopefully it'll be 4 files, but I click it and I'm done. You saw. And it says Reaper render complete. So let's go to my where I keep my files. Music, Reaper projects. And now there's all these vocal files that I just made. I don't know why there's 2 for each one, but that's what I'm dealing with here. That's 47 seconds long. This is 1 second long. Why is it giving me 1 second? Yeah, this is a ghost in the machine. I don't know why it's doing this. It's super annoying, but theoretically, if your machine is behaving, that should work for you. So with one pass, you're good to go. Now let's assume that your machine is not behaving, just like mine's not behaving, and I need to actually bounce these things. So here we're going to use another super cool feature in Reaper in the render menu. So let's make a selection. Well, it's already selected because we've got these things here, but let's go from scratch here. So let's select all of this. Go to render again. So now we're going master mix. Okay. And time selection. But actually, I'm going to cancel out of this, so I've got it selected. So, vocal 1. If I press the solo button, my voice is going to disappear. So imagine, I can't imagine. Let me put this on. Solo button. So you could still hear me. I'm a genius. Okay, great. So, I solo this track, vocal 1. I go to my render. I say vocal first. I'm going to put first because I have too many things that are called vocal 1 right now. So just so you can see what's going on. Okay, vocal first. And I'm going to do master mix, time selection, because I've selected what I want, vocal first. I have 48K, mono, it's all good. I'm going to say add to render queue. Boom. Now, I'm going to do the same thing for vocal 2. I solo it, so only vocal 2 will be playing. I go to render. You can say open render queue, but just say render. This is going to be vocal second. All the settings are still the same, so really I just need to change the name. MasterCards, everything good. Add to render queue. Let's go to vocal 3. Render. And at this point, I'm going to start using my key commands because they're much faster. So my key command for this, which I think I made because it's the same as Ableton, is Shift Control R. You can make your own. So now I'm going to write vocal third. Add to render queue. Jump down, unsolo that. Solo 4. Okay, vocal 4. I'm going to use my key command. There's my thing. Vocal fourth. Add to render queue. Now, I don't have to do anything else. I can go and work and do whatever I want on something else, but when I'm ready, I go to my render, boom, open render queue. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. So here's vocal 1, vocal 2, vocal 3, vocal 4. I just hit render all, or I can render the selected ones if I just want to do just that one and that one, those 3, whatever. You can do that, but I want to render them all. If it's a long song, it might take a while, but this is 46 seconds, so I hit render all. So let's go check out our rendered files here. So where's my stuff? So here's my Reaper file. So now you can hopefully see vocal first, vocal second, vocal third, vocal fourth. So with one click, I could do all 4 vocals. And I could have done the whole mix too. I could have said, okay, render master mix, time selection, sample mix, make it a stereo track. Probably wouldn't need to make it wave, but you can make it wave. I mean, whatever. Why make this? And then add that to the render queue, and that would have been rendered too. At this, when I push render them all, it would have totally gone. And again, one click and you've done 4 tracks in a mix. Super cool.